feeling?
Well,
How long have you been here?
3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you here?
That's difficult to answer.
Could you give me some idea?
Offhand, I can't.
Whose idea was it that you come here?
A psychiatrist.
And what happened that ended up with your being here in the hospital?
The psychiatrist decided that this was the situation for me.
Did he tell you why?
No, the psychiatrist did not.
Has anybody told you why?
No.
Have you any idea why?
Yes.
And what is that?
I am not completely like other people.
What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them.
And in what way are you different?
I am trying to do with my life something which few people try to do. And this influences my thinking and consequently my actions.
What is it you're trying to do with your life?
Play the piano for people.
I'm not clear. How is it that playing the piano for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital?
I sit differently when I play the piano, and when I'm away from the piano, I occasionally look differently from other people, and this has caused dislike from people.
They dislike you because you sit differently at the piano?
Yes.
What way do you sit at the piano that people would dislike you?
I cannot describe an illustration of how I sit.
And I can't imagine it, that it would make people angry at you or at least dislike you. How do you know they dislike you?
David.
Your whole life, people have told you you were sick. What if I told you that's a lie?
Maybe he doesn't know
Wake up.
the difference between things real and not real, right and wrong.
So he's delusional, you're saying?
No.
Is this real? I'm insane, you idiot. Are you real? This is my delusion. It's not real.
It's not real,
This is real.
unless you make it real.
I'm real. Hey.
You're not schizophrenic. You have powers. The things you see are real.
Whoa.
Like I showed you with the voices.
I talk to myself
What
sometimes.
do they know? Quiet. Talking.
Well, not myself.
Stop it! Not now.
The voices.
Stop it.
Stop it! Stop it!
I said stop!
When I was a baby, a monster came into my head and haunted me for like
You don't see him?
33 years.
And
Who are you, really?
poisoned me my whole life.
I'm me.
Made me crazy.
I'm you. I'm everything you wanna be.
I'm Al Farouk,
Monsieur Amal Farouk.
the Shadow King.
And it fed on me.
Devil with yellow
To
eyes.
what end? Power.
Power. That
is the point of what you call life.
You and I, we are ledyr. Gods.
I'm magic man.
Learn this stuff. That's me figure. You decide what is real and what is not.
You may be the most powerful mutant alive.
You,
Much more powerful than I ever imagined.
your will.
I know what I am, and I'm not like you. I am pretty. I am loved. I help people open their minds. Open your mind. The locals like me because it's my winning smile.
I. Me. God, you are such a narcissist. He's a psychopath. What he really loves is that feeling of power, knowing you've been chosen by God.
I'm the one who saves them. Who? Everybody. I'm the hero. I save love.
What if you're not the hero? What if you're just another villain?
See what she is? What they are?
The real villain.
Your mind can't reconcile the person we see with the person you think you are.
I told you. Why didn't you listen? You know what? I'm done. Too late. You had your chance.
What about Blondie?
There ain't no Blondie no more.
Remove your mask.
Look at him.
Show them your face.
His true
You
face.
could be beautiful. No. Do what you want.
I know what I have to do.
Take what you want. Gods make rules. They don't follow them.
You're terrified you're gonna wake up one day and realize you're a god.
Acts of God.
That you don't need any of them. I am God.
English.
You wanna dance?
Wir tanzen.
Let's dance. Let me lead. I am the Alpha and the Omega.
Nothing that hurts me is real.
I eat monsters for breakfast.
No one who hates me is real.
I'm gonna fix this.
Did you kill everyone?
Whatever it takes. Whatever the universe throws at me. Division 3, time, demons. Send them all. I'll slay them all. It's not your time. It's mine. Because this is my time. This is David's time. Do you believe that I'm a good person, that I deserve love just like everybody else?
I am a good person.
I deserve love.
David,
You can fix this world.
my beautiful boy.
All the bad things.
Who will you become?
We just gotta start over.
What will you do?
I do.
Fall in love?
I've met cherry pie since before the war.
I basically live on cherry pie. It's incredible.
Will you be like your father?
There's something I can do. I like this.
A good shepherd?
Us.
Or will you be like me?
I need you.
Just come on.
When will you learn the truth?
Can't have me.
That this world is an ugly place.
David, Victor.
I listened to you. I trusted you.
A boy pretending to be a man.
I'm gonna kill you. Then I'm gonna undo all the shit you did to me.
Always blaming others.
He thinks he's the victim.
We have to go back.
This way is dangerous.
I'm a lunatic you turned me into. And I'm ready for my revenge.
Seeing you like this, what you have become. A sweet boy undone by revenge. It fills my heart with such sorrow.
We can't stay here any longer, okay? It's time. David?
David.
No, David is gone. David isn't here right now. He had to go someplace quiet. We're in charge now. It's our time now. Your problem is you think this fight is one-on-one. You against me. But I'm not alone.
David.
The greatest monsters are the ones in human clothes. How does he turn?
What is happening? What are you not telling me?
I don't know.
You can't stop us.
Us.
All I know is he does.
Where's us?
Who the hell are you?
Into something magnificent.
I am Legion.
Something terrible.
I am Legion.
Legion.
I am Legion.
The world killer.
We all share one thing. We hate you. We need David back. How? Touch her. That's how she does it. She uses her powers. She can't trick us if she has no mind.
You can't make someone love you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll fix it. I promised.
I've tried. You're my son. With you,
and you're my cancer.
For 30 years since you were a baby, I did not come here to defeat David, my baby, David, but to aid him in his quest.
I've seen blood on fire. Every story ends the same.
You can change.
People don't change.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that. I was sick, but I'm better now. But I'm not sick anymore.
I'm not crazy. Something was taken from me. My life was taken from me.
So what are you going to do about it? War. War is not the answer. It's the problem.
I should have killed you the first time we met.
Yeah, time to die. No, I've come this far. I can't just leave it up to...
I wasn't there for you. You needed me, your mother, and we gave you all me. I can't imagine doing it, but I adore you, David, and that will never change.
My boy.
I'm here now,
My beautiful boy.
and I want to make it right. So please, my darling boy, let me be your father.
David. David. My beautiful boy.
My beautiful boy.
Just live. Make good choices. Be a good boy.
shit with your son is cool, because then he was upset.
By 1980, the Supreme Court rules that live human-made organisms are patentable. In 1996, Dolly the sheep was famously and successfully cloned, although not officially announced until 1997. Scientists cloned rhesus monkeys, a cow, a mouse, and a lamb named Polly, who had a human gene in every cell of its body. Despite Bill Clinton signing a 5-year moratorium on human cloning, Richard Seed announces that he plans to clone a human. In 1998, Ryuzo Yanagamuchi cloned mice from other cloned mice. Japanese scientists claim to have cloned 8 cows from one single cow. In 2002, the first human is cloned at Clonate, an American cloning organization that operates out of the Bahamas and functions under the philosophical principles of the UFO religion, radialism. The clone was named Eve. In 2003, France and South Korea both clone rabbits. Around 2005, there are more reports of human cloning. Kanye West's new video, Famous, exposes the cloning process in politics, the media, and the music industry. Kanye met with artist Vincent Desiderio, the man behind the artwork the video is modeled after. Desiderio subsequently loved the video and said, "It was really speechless. Kanye saw things in it that I don't know how he could have seen. Kanye is truly an artist. Talking to him was like speaking to any of my peers in the art world. Actually, more like talking to the brightest art students that have their eyes wide open." Here he references Kubrick's film Eyes Wide Shut, which is about Illuminati cults and orgies. The video starts in the clouds. The effects make it look like an old VHS tape and reminds us of childhood. We sink into the clouds, the abyss, the comfort of childhood, our minds now wide open, ready to accept whatever comes next. The news works in a similar way, flashing graphics and quick cuts before news or commercials. Certain patterns can jump the brain into an accepting state. The brain can be made to normalize as something irrational. Kanye's video also cuts rapidly. We see close-up pixelized faces, an all-seeing eye. The quick cuts and clashing sounds creates a disturbing feeling, keeping us on the edge and feeling scattered. Kanye seems to be saying that the world's superpowers are all metaphorically or literally in bed together, and there is something sexual and sinister connected with this wealth and power. The mainstream media says the celebrities in the video are wax mannequins. However, we can clearly see them breathing in different parts of the video. Kanye draws attention to the breathing by having over half the music video silent, with the exception of the heavy breathing. Could he be trying to show us that these wax mannequins are actually living? Could this be Kanye's expose on a cloning factory? Follow me down. Celebrities, politicians, and the world's richest individuals have been using cloning technology for some time. Just take a look at CloneAid's website, where they not so subtly brag about cloning Michael Jackson. Government has been interested in clones for a long time. It began with experiments attempting to control the mind so average people could be made into assassins, couriers, and spies. The project eventually transitioned into the more reliable practice of cloning, in which a soulless individual can be created. Clones can be used as sex slaves, political tools, anything their creators desire, because they are essentially robots. The public has been made to think celebrity meltdowns are normal behavior, so we don't question the continually odd behavior displayed by those churned out by the culture industry. Kanye West's influence as a celebrity resonates with the youth who see celebrities as idols. Kanye is helping to normalize orgiastic imagery, pushing the government's agenda of sexualizing the population into a time of transhumanism. Transhumanism benefits include super longevity, super intelligence, and super well-being. Through technology, we can rise above our human nature and live better. But if medical companies figure out these keys to life, then we will become indebted to them even more heavily than we already are. If everybody lived forever, what about overpopulation? Sustaining life on other planets doesn't seem like a reality, but governments have perfected methods of genocide and eugenics. This would be one way to limit the population and keep the resources for the rich. We have already integrated our technology. Mechanical tools like phones interact with organic elements like our voice to improve communication. If the fusion of technology with the organic continues, it seems likely that we will eventually hack our own bodies and minds, so they will be able to do much more than humanly possible. It also seems possible that robots could turn into advanced forms of artificial intelligence. There may come a day when it is impossible to distinguish between an AI and a human, or maybe there will be no difference. A scary aspect about merging technology is the fear of losing control of our bodies and minds. Think of how a virus created by a hacker can affect a computer system. Think of how often thousands of computers are affected at once by the same virus. If we hand our consciousness over to a company in exchange for superintelligence, we risk losing ourselves to that company if their technology fails, or if they decide to control or kill anybody using their technology. Transhumanism aims to eliminate both mental and physical sickness to improve the quality of life. Designer babies have genes manipulated to keep them free from illness and disease. This sounds great until you realize this technology will not be available to the average expecting couple. The cost of these procedures will be astronomical and thus reserved only for the wealthiest families. How will naturally birthed children be able to compete in a society with designer babies who possess super longevity or immortality, super intelligence, and exist in a state of constant well-being? The answer is they will not. The elite have found a perfect formula for weeding out the poor, the minorities, the unwanted, in other words, the majority of the population who are simply seen as vermin by the elite. Secret societies require members to go through certain rites of passage, similar to the hazing that happens in college fraternities. However, the rites of passage require to enter extremely powerful cults that grant individuals power, fame, and money on the level of Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Taylor Swift, and George W. Bush are satanic and depraved in nature. These initiations are recorded and can be used as blackmail later if the celebrities refuse to comply or hold up their end of the pact. Corey Feldman says that pedophilia is the biggest problem in Hollywood.
The number one problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia.
Kanye's video points to a soulless fame, and what is more soulless than a clone? Taylor Swift lashed out against the video, but Kim Kardashian defended her husband and used the argument as a plot in an episode on her show. The whole argument felt contrived, a continuation of the 2009 Taylor and Kanye feud. The silence from the rest of the celebrities in the video speaks volumes towards their enslavement to the music industry.
You're a machine, aren't you?
Yes.
Why didn't they build you to look like a machine? Why didn't they build you out of metal with bolts and wires and electrodes and things like that? Why'd they turn